Hey, listen up. All right. I'm sorry. I'm talking to y'all like your team. I apologize. That's not how I meant that. Great win for us. It was a complete win. Felt great about our preparation coming in. Have a lot of respect for Coach Pry and what he's doing program-wise. And this is one of the toughest venues to come in and play. But I've really felt good. This is something that we've been thinking about for a long time. Once this was going to be a Thursday night game on a short week, thought we played fast tonight. We were really physical. Let's start with defense. That's how we play defense here. You know, we had an aberration a couple weeks ago against Kansas. Credit to them, but that's not how we're going to play defense here. I thought tonight was closer. You look at 35 yards rushing. I thought our D line was really dominant in the game. 2 of 12 on third and fourth downs. Did a much better job getting off the field. Offensively, we controlled the game. Offensively, in the first half, I knew we were close. If you think about it, we had on our first drive, it was short. We had to punt there, and then we were really close on a couple touchdowns. We had to settle for a field goal. I thought the drive before half was big. Again, that's something, the 2-minute stuff that we work a lot. A lot of credit to the O-line because they can rush the passer. Thought they gave us time, and then JT and Sam James made a great play there at the end. We're balanced, you know, and when I say control the game, we had the ball for 38 minutes. We ran for over 200, passed for over 200. And then special teams, our specialists did a really good job. People don't talk about that. Casey Legg, Grayson did a nice job holding. Casey Legg was perfect on the night. Oliver got one punt off that we didn't protect very well. Credit to him. And I thought we affected their punter. They had a couple bad punts, and he's a great punter. And so I thought we did a nice job affecting. And then Parker Grotehouse, I thought he really kicked the ball off well, and our kickoff team was much improved like I expected them to be. So we'll open up for questions, Greg.
Offensively, run game, the ability to dominate up front, was that as good as you guys have played in your time at West Virginia?
You know, I think we've played pretty solid all year. Even the Kansas game, our rushing numbers weren't what they've been the other 3 times, but that was more on our backs. And it's a combination. Offensive line-wise, we've got a chance. And then our tight ends. I don't think they get talked about enough. Like Olafale and Palende are plus blockers at this level. And then we've got running backs that, you know, Justin Johnson comes in tonight and does a really nice job. And so we've been able to run the ball pretty consistently. Not necessarily surprised about that. I don't know if we were dominant, but we were able to move the ball. It took us a little bit longer than I thought. I thought we'd be able to get it going the first half. It took us until the second half to get it going. But that was a big factor in the game without a question.
Coach, you saw the atmosphere at kickoff. To see your defense gain momentum as the game goes on and really take a crowd out of game, how satisfying is that?
Well, it's good because we felt like coming into the year we had a chance to be good on defense. And, you know, we played really well up front against Pitt. And they hit some plays at the end of the game. Against Kansas, we didn't play well at all. That's not what we're about. And then we were dominant last week, and then got off to a little bit of a slow start there. I think the second series they were hit some passes. But after that, I thought we settled in. We settled in and played really, really well.
The run defense in particular, what made that so effective for you guys tonight?
Well, we're good up front. I mean, I think our front 6 is very formidable. You know, Dante and Sean Martin, Jordan Jefferson. People don't talk about him or nose guard, but he's a player. And then Taj Austin, those 4, and then Lockhart and Eddie V. Those guys are coming along. So, and then Lee Koba has added something to us at the linebacker. And I thought we got more out of our wheels tonight, and which was a factor too.
I thought you had a lot of different ideas on attacking early to try to maybe probe them a little bit and see what they were doing. Did you have any of those scripted out where you just wanted to test different places?
Yeah, we always script our openers. And I think that was probably our worst first drive of the game. But then we kind of settled in after that. Yeah, we were really close. We felt like we were, you know, we could have broken a tackle there to get a first down. You know, maybe could have went to the other side in one of the pass plays. But that wasn't the start we wanted, but I thought we settled in. And we had a good mix. You know, that we started working these guys last week and spent a lot of time in the summer. You know, I thought there'd be some carryover from Penn State. There was a little, probably not as much as I thought, so credit to Coach Pry on that.
Neal, the 4th down stop, how big was that for your defense and just your team?
Yeah, it was huge momentum-wise. You know, I don't think and I think we turned it into points, maybe a field goal. But it was. I think from a confidence standpoint, we played differently after that 4th down stop. And it's the right move. I don't blame you for going for it. The wind here was, I don't know if it's like this all the time, because again, that's my first time here, but the wind was a factor in the game. You know, it was a factor for them kicking, for us catching punts, for them catching punts. And I was in Lubbock for 3 years, and this win was different here. It was swirling, it was kind of knocking it down, so it was a factor in the game.
Touchdown drive right before halftime. How big a momentum was that? Gave you the lead going in?
Yeah, it was big. You know, and I felt like we were in control of the game, but the scoreboard didn't say that. And so I thought really from that drive on, we were in control. But it was big. You know, I think we managed the clock well. JT does a really nice job in those situations and in the 4-minute situation because he's just relaxed and he's played a lot of football and he's highly intelligent. So I think all those things help you. And I think I said this in the opening, but our O-line did a great job in protection there. And they blitzed. Now they were coming after us. They played a lot of one high safety and they blitzed us. And I thought our tight ends really helped. I thought our running backs were solid in protection and our O-line gave them time. And then that was a big play. That was the only time they showed that coverage the whole first half was on the touchdown play. And JT located the two safety defense and was able to find it. Great throw, great catch by Sam. That's a difficult catch.
So from that drive on, did you hit on something offensively? Did you make sure adjustments to their defense? Or
No, not really. We felt like I said, we felt like in the first half we were close. We kind of shot ourselves in the foot. We got a penalty. We fumbled the football, which was uncharacteristic. And so we felt good about our plan. We never hit the panic button. We said, hey, got a good plan. Made a couple adjustments at halftime in the run game. But after that, I mean, we kept running the same pass plays. We made sure we moved our pieces a little bit more in the second half.
Neal, 11 days ago, very different. Do you see something like this? Not maybe the record, but the improvements, the quality of plays. Like, doesn't make you change a whole lot either.
No, we didn't. I think the story of our downturn was probably exaggerated. You know, Pitt's a good football team. We had a chance to win. Fluke play. You know, as a coach, you look back and say, okay, that was a fluke play. Now, there were some other plays we had that we could have won the game. Kansas did a nice job. Again, we kind of were our own worst enemy there, getting a late hit on the quarterback. But I knew we were close. We didn't hit the panic. I really like our staff. I felt good about our team going into the year. We're back to even now, and so got a big trip down to Austin. Another big time atmosphere.
Can you make the Kansas game work for you? Like when your defense is exposed like that, it doesn't lie, right?
Yeah, we don't. That's the only choice we got now, Mike. You know, like.
I mean, did you think like?
No. Here's the thing. Like, the Kansas game is kind of a perfect storm in the fact that, they're extremely well coached. They changed their offense to a 3-back triple option. And when you go 3-back and you run triple option, there's a whole lot of gaps there. And on top of that, they shifted in motion to every play. And my hunch is they worked on that a ton versus us because they played an FCS opponent first. So they worked it a ton all summer. And they had a great plan. They caught us off guard. And we didn't do a good job tackling in space. And so we've really worked on adjustments pre-snap. We'll be tested next week in Austin. So we really worked on adjustments pre-snap. And we've worked a ton of tackling. And so we felt like that was an aberration, but we had to go prove up otherwise. And so I thought we answered last week versus an inferior team, which we were expected to. And then tonight was a big challenge, and our guys were up. They knew they were tested. They knew that all eyes. We talked about this being a redemption game for us. We had a Thursday night game that didn't go our way. You know, and what we put on TV is we played really hard, but we got beat. And so fast forward 4 weeks, here we are, another opportunity, primetime television versus a rivalry game, and this time we got it done, and we got it done convincingly.
Thank you, Coach.
Go ahead, one more. Go.
After the full start on 4th and 1, you still went for it on 4th and 6. Just what went behind the decision?
Well, the win was a factor. Yeah, the win was definitely a factor. And you're in that no man's land where we were up in the game, and so what happens is when you get to that far field goal, the ball flight's really low, and so you put it in jeopardy. And so I thought the best play at that point, 4th and 1, we were going to go for it anyway. It was really about 4th and this far. And so when it went back to 4th and 5, I was like, hey, we had a pass that Graham really liked, and I said, let's go for it.
Okay, thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you.